You've been practicing 10-minute departures with your dog, giving them plenty of mental stimulation, using calming sprays and other aids, while also protecting them from their own anxiety. And you want to do everything right, but wonder why your dog isn't making much progress despite all the love and protection that you've been giving them. So you're not doing anything wrong by loving them, but they also need to be given freedom to make decisions and choices. And so in this video, I'm going to explain why giving your dog autonomy is one, or the choice to, the freedom to make choices is one of the most effective things that you can do when solving their separation anxiety problem. So, anxiety increases when your dog feels that they have no control whatsoever or very little control over what happens to them. For example, being forced to approach a person that they would rather avoid. Now, let's say you're walking your dog and somebody who loves dogs wants to approach them, but they don't really want to interact with that person, and you don't want to look rude, you want to be polite, and so you sort of force the dog to approach the person so that that person can greet them, and meanwhile your dog would rather avoid any interaction with that person. Now, anxious dogs also rely on safety behaviors that serve to avoid a threat. For example, hiding behind your legs if your dog becomes overwhelmed by other dogs in a dog park. So having the freedom to make choices or to engage in safety behaviors calms anxiety. Now, I'm going to share with you 4 ways that you can give your dog freedom to make choices. So one of them is when you're outside walking them, keep the leash as loose as possible to allow them the freedom to move closer or to sidestep or to distance themselves from something. It can be a fire hydrant or someone or another dog. Now, by keeping the leash loose, you are actually giving your dog leeway to maneuver, like I said, to either move closer or sidestep. Now, this is a way of them having choices. Another thing you can do is if your dog needs to stop on a walk, to stop and watch something, then let them. This is because anxious dogs often need to assess other dogs, people, objects, or situations for danger. And they need to have the freedom to do this at their own pace. Now, if you're walking your dog and they suddenly stop because they need to observe someone or another dog or something to ensure that it's not a threat to them, then if you force them to walk past that thing, you're not giving them freedom. So, but if you stop when they stop and let them observe and realize at their own pace that that thing or person or dog isn't a threat, then that is also another way of giving your dog autonomy or the freedom to make choices. The third thing that you can do is instead of crating your dog when you leave the house, which denies them the freedom to pace, confine them to a smaller room. Now, when you crate your dog, you are, in a way, you're keeping them safe and you're also preventing them from destroying things. But at the same time, you're also denying them a safety behavior, which is the freedom to pace. They can't do that in a crate, and that is going to increase anxiety. But if you confine them to a smaller room, then they can still move around. They might not be able to pace up and down around the entire house, but they certainly have more room to do it. And the fourth thing I'd like to share with you is if your dog needs to hide behind your legs for some reason, let them. Anxiety actually decreases if your dog can assess a situation from a safe place, not only at their pace, but also from a safe place. So if your dog needs to go and hide behind your legs while looking at a person that's just walking by, let them. They will in future, they will be able to face those challenging, according to them, of course, challenging situations with much more confidence. However, don't make a fuss of your dog, though. Just let them hide behind your legs. That's all the protection that you need to give them. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, and we won't bug you, but subscribing helps YouTube send other concerned dog parents to our channel so that we can help them too. Take care.